Sagittarius, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. If you were to ask me, how are you, Arman? I would say fabulous, just fabulous. So dear Sagittarius, this is going to be your mid-October reading. And in this reading, I'm going to take a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify the main challenge, all the cards, and get some final advice for you. Now, dear Sagittarius, I would like to express my gratitude to each and every one of you, honey, for being here. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you for your support, for your love. And this is a brand new deck that I'm using, okay, which was also gifted to me by a friend of mine who is a Sagittarius as well. So let's get into your reading and see what's going on for you for mid-October. Fellow fire sign, let's see what's going on. Slippery. So your challenge, Sagittarius, for mid-October is the Nine of Pentacles. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the King of Swords. So your challenge here, Sagittarius, has to do a lot with building something for yourself, independence, your own personal happiness. Okay, Nine of Pentacles is a slow, steady growth, but it's very promising and it's very sustainable. When it comes to a relationship with a specific person, I do feel like here is the challenge here that you have with someone is how sustainable is this and how can you build? How can you be back together? How can you make something here more sustainable and long-term, full-time rather than part-time? We're going to talk about this in a minute when we clarify. In the recent past, Sagittarius, you have the Tower, the Chariot, and the Nine of Wands. So in the recent past, I do strongly feel like here that some sort of a situation here came to an end with the Tower moment. Some of you are dealing with a Scorpio or someone who has Scorpio in their birth chart, possibly a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra as well. A situation ended, okay? I think that there was this sense of direction that this is where you both were going to, and all of a sudden it suddenly stopped and ended, okay? So we're gonna talk about this shortly when we clarify. In the present moment, Sagittarius, you have the Queen of Wands, which is you, the Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. So in the present moment, you're moving towards a specific direction for yourself. When it comes to this person, I think a lot of you are really asking yourself this question: is this something that I really should, get involved with? Should I really invest into this relationship or not? We're gonna get back to this and clarify in a minute. In the recent past, you have the Ace of Pentacles. In the near future, you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. So there is a brand new opportunity that's waiting for you. Actually, for some of you, I do see here you attracting an opportunity either with a totally brand new person here, someone that you're just gonna meet, or it could be working things out with this person and investing into. Because the Eight of Pentacles, which is the Eight of Stars, is an indication of investment. Pentacles, right? Building something. You could be either building this with a new person or someone that you already know. And in order for us to find out about that, we're going to clarify shortly. You also have the King of Swords, which is talking about communication or a face-to-face conversation, okay? So let's get into your reading and clarify all the cards for you. Okay, so I'm going to clarify the Nine of Pentacles, which is your challenge, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, the Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Moon. Some of you are also dealing with the Cancer here. There is the Lovers here at the bottom of the deck. So okay, so your biggest, challenge here is associated with family, money, something here that's been really concerning for you. Okay, you could be in separation from this person, you could be making your own money, you could be creating your own abundance here. Okay, that's very important for many of you. I do get the sense of here with the Wheel of Fortune, there is some sort of a situation that's meant to change in your life. between you and this person that's actually gonna really eliminate a lot of things. We just had the full moon in Aries, which is in our fellow air sign and fellow fire sign energy, right? So this is talking about something here that needs to be eliminated. Come under the light. Okay, for a lot of you, your challenge here is you asking yourself, is this someone that I see myself, being back with? Is this someone that I can actually share a family with, share the same room with, the same household, right? You're being honest with yourself. Is this the person that I'm willing to invest all of my resources, all of my money, my energy, my body, and everything, right? Because as a Sagittarius, you're super smart. By the way, Sagittarius, like you're the one that you have the weapon. Who gave you this weapon? The archer, right? The arrow. It takes a high level of intelligence to be able to build that. You build that. Okay, in astrology, half horse, half human, the centaur. So when you have that weapon in your hand, that takes an immense amount of knowledge and intelligence to build that. So you're a very smart fire sign, very smart sign. And not only fire, but also just, from a lot of other signs. And this is about you just being very wise and very smart in regards to your financial investment, like really with the Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Pentacles. Like, do you want to tie up all your finances and all your money and all your stability to this person or not, right? Because some of you may say, you know what, I'm better off just being by myself and doing my own thing with the 9 of Pentacles, which is about that independence, right? And I'm the reader here, I don't play. Some of you commented, you're right. Yes, Arman doesn't play here, I don't sugarcoat. We don't do some foo-foo, hee-ha, trashy tarot. We keep it very real here, okay? That's why we built this here with all that tenacity, intensity, and integrity. Now, in the recent past, Sagittarius, I'm gonna clarify the Tower. Something here came to an end between you and this person. Okay, so the Tower in the recent past, Sagittarius, is clarified by the 10 of Wands, the Empress, and the Knight of Pentacles. So in the recent past, I think that for many of you, the burdens on your shoulder were too heavy. The cards are here, ain't nobody gonna lie. Okay, so the relationship here that you had with this person was feeling very stagnant. Knight of Pentacles, this is the only horse that's actually standing still. You might have been a mother, maybe you had children with this person. If not, just in general, you felt like that you were doing so much, right? The Empress here is all about nurturing, taking care. It's about financial investment. It's about like really pouring your heart into a relationship, into a connection. But over time, you kind of realized that it was becoming a burden. Like you were the one who was constantly investing and putting all of your efforts into this relationship. So a situation ended here between you and this person. Some of you were dealing with the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I'm also getting here another fire sign or a Scorpio. Now, in the recent past, let's clarify the Chariot. The Chariot here is about a sense of direction. Some of you started really moving away from this person or detaching just because you really felt quite hurt and disappointed. So the Chariot here in the recent past, dear Sagittarius, is clarified by the 5 of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles, and the King of Swords, okay? So definitely the King of Swords here is showing up again. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energy. A lot of fights, a lot of drama, a lot of argument, conflict, misunderstanding, someone pulling back, someone holding back. So it just didn't really make you feel satisfied into this connection. For many of you, you felt like you were not being equally reciprocated for the amount of love and care that you actually have showed and done to this person as well. And that in of itself allowed you and forced you to move towards a specific direction and just to kind of like do your own thing. Now, the 9 of Wands here is talking about the wounded soldier, okay? By the way, 9:09 on the timer. So let's clarify the 9 of Wands in the recent past year, Sagittarius. The 9 of Wands is clarified by the 6 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. And the Hermit at the bottom of the deck, okay? So you started really going into a deep spiritual healing journey, onto a spiritual quest, really hermiting, just being by yourself. And I've seen this happening a lot for many of you for the past few months. We already have talked about this, Sagittarius. A lot of you just kind of wanted to, just move away from the noise. There is this misconception about Sagittarius people that y'all are crazy, y'all are all about the noise, drama, whatever. But there is a time It's not the truth. First of all, you're just so much fun. Some people can't handle that. That's their personal problem. But for the most part, I think that you have been kind of pulling back and hermiting and just really seeing people's true colors and their intentions for you and towards you, okay? So for a lot of you, you kind of like went into this place of really eliminating, right? The hermit is holding the lantern and eliminating onto this pain. A lot of you really started looking into the face of the pain. When this separation happened, how did it make you feel? Why did it make you feel that way? Oh, let me ask myself a question. Maybe I grew up in a dysfunctional family. Maybe my mom or my dad. Maybe the first relationship that I was in, there was not enough reciprocation, so there is certain subconscious beliefs. I know you are smart and you know what I'm talking about when I say this. That there is certain beliefs and certain behavioral patterns that we inherited based on the first interactions that we had with the first humans that we had in our lives, okay? So everyone goes through that. It just takes a certain level of awareness to understand that. How our early relationships affect our current relationships, okay? So many of you started doing the work within yourself. A lot of you focused on your financial stability, on your own success, building something for yourself, doing the inner work, like building yourself back up, okay? Maybe you started making a lot of money or focusing on money or maybe heading towards wealth. Okay, so in the present moment, Sagittarius, I already know this is going to be a very much in-depth reading for you. So in the present moment, you have the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. Because you have done the work within yourself and because you have really come to this place of redefining your values, your boundaries, and just setting new set of rules for yourself, you're really asking yourself with the Seven of Pentacles, okay, because the equivalent of the original tarot is this one. You're really asking yourself this question: is this something worth investing or not? So the Queen of Wands is you. Let's talk about you in the present moment, and it is clarified by the Seven of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Literally a double confirmation here what I was just saying. So Two of Pentacles, you kind of like go back and forth and you're asking yourself this question: should I go, should I not? You know, you have a lot of options in front of you. You might even have different people on your mind or kind of under your radar that you could potentially explore relationship with, you know, and some of you might as well just say, you know what, I'm done. I'm going to move on. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to let it go. And I'm just going to focus on what's important for me, for my own happiness. Knight of Wands, you're definitely moving towards a specific direction. So let's clarify the Knight of Wands for you in the present moment, dear Sagittarius. So the Knight of Wands is clarified by the Page of Wands, the Justice, and the Sun. Could be dealing with the Leo. I'm getting here strong Libra energy, another fire sign. So I feel like that in the present moment, you're headed towards a lot of happiness and you're creating this sense of fulfillment for you. You're coming in this place of, you know what, I'm gonna make myself happy, okay? And yes, you do have someone on your mind, or maybe you would want to explore a relationship with this person specifically. But I think in the present moment, your happiness comes first. You want to be fair towards yourself. You know, you want to do the things that make you happy first. Seven of Pentacles is talking about what's next for me. What's next for me? Where do I go? What should I focus on right now? So the Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Three of Wands, the Death card, and the World. Okay, I'm not going to give you a story that doesn't match with my intuition and with the cards especially. Many of you are going to possibly put an end to this never-ending cycle that you have been waiting and waiting and waiting for someone to change or to be the way that you thought they were going to be, and you're just going to focus on your own happiness, right? Because the Death card and the World, this is talking about a situation that you know is coming to an end, or maybe here is just like you just got to let go of that, okay? Because that might have been affecting your happiness and your sense of stability, your sense of fulfillment here. So in order for you to enter into a new, like a very dynamic energy here, focusing on your own happiness, you're letting go of certain attachments, letting go of certain beliefs, certain moments that, you know, you kind of maybe kept constantly waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And, you know, as fire signs, Leo, you know, Sagittarius, Aries, we're not the ones just to sit there and wait. We just get up and take action and move forward. Now, in the near future, Sagittarius, you have the Ace of Pentacles, brand new beginning here, okay? You have the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So someone here may want to work things out with you, or you could attract a new love where there is this possibility of building something up. And I know, Sagittarius, not everyone is going to want to hear what I'm about to say. They're going to say, talk about my ex, talk about my person. If that ain't the story, girl, I ain't gonna talk about that. I'm saying, if that ain't the story, I ain't gonna force the narrative. I'm gonna speak the truth. If in the next reading it comes up, I'll talk about it. But there is someone here that wants to make an offer to you. And when I say there is an offer coming, there is a new opportunity coming, you know, it's one thing for me to predict that and for it to come, but another thing for the viewers, for the person to be aware of what I'm saying and hear and keep their options and their eyes open. So the Fool here, which is also the first card in Major Arcana in Tarot, if you know Tarot, literally. This talks about brand new beginning, period. Brand new beginning in love. Ace of Pentacles clarified by the Fool, the Strength, and the King of Cups. Brand new beginning that's very promising, that this person is someone that's going to bring a lot of emotional stability to you, a lot of availability to you, a lot of care for you. Okay, someone that you truly feel emotionally connected with the King of Cups. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, another fire sign. Eight of Pentacles here, I do see here investment. I do see here involvement here between you and this person and building something. Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Cups, the Hangman, and the Knight of Swords. So Pisces energy strongly associated or air sign. Now, the most important thing here you gotta be aware of, first of all, don't rush into making things like right away. This is someone that you kind of know already, okay? Could be a brand new person for some of you, but you have an association with this person. Make sure that the external circumstances and the noise from the outside is not affecting you, because there is some external influences that I see here might have been affecting, might have been really, you know, really not leaving a good impression on you, for you. Whatever the situation here is kind of very questionable. So it's important for you to really come into this realization that you gotta set some people apart from the decision making here for like what's best for you. Hold on. This is the clarifier. So the Ace of Cups here, there is a brand new beginning here in love. Sagittarius, brand new love, brand new person. That's what I'm picking up on. The Ace of Cups here is clarified by the King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, could be, for some of you, it could be a same-sex situation. Doesn't have to be. Okay, it could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So I do get this energy here of like people kind of fighting over you. You know, you see there is two queens. It's about all energies, but it's like a similar energy. So maybe some people are fighting for your attention. Some people, the old person, the new person, right? They're wanting to really get your attention and to be with you. And you have to make a decision here, and you're gonna say, how is it possible? Whereas a Sagittarius, you're definitely someone, you're very charismatic, you're very attractive, you're very fun to be around. So people are very much gravitated towards you, and there is something about you that people feel very much at ease. You make people feel comfortable. You make people feel heard. You're very interested in people, especially in weird people like me. You know what I mean? And this definitely gives you that benefit, and even more, your energy and your aura attracts people. So you're gonna make the decision because your challenge here is the Nine of Pentacles. It's about you, remember, focusing and building something that's profound for you. Detaching from any kind of outcome. Who is gonna be with you? Who is gonna choose you? Who's not gonna choose you? The most important thing here for you, Sagittarius, is you choosing yourself. So let's see what is the advice for you, Sagittarius. What is it that you need to know? What is the advice? Okay, so you have the Nine of Pentacles. Definitely don't rush into this. You have the Devil, the Judgment, and the Three of Cups. Here is the thing. I'm going to tell you exactly what this is about. And you know that someone is going to come back and try to reconcile with the Three of Cups. But with the Devil energy here, Capricorn, Judgment, Scorpio, you know, there is something here about you trusting your own judgment, your own realization, and recognizing that if there is something that is unhealthy and toxic in a person, 322 on the timer, in a person that really kind of pushes you back, repels you, and you just know it's just not a healthy connection, whoever this person is, because as soon as you meet someone, as soon as you're in this energy of detached, focusing on a new person, doing something, somebody from the past may pop up, because that's what the Three of Cups here talks about. We also saw the Six of Cups here again, okay? And this is talking about Six of Cups. I always come with the receipts. You making sure that you are not entangling yourself with the same type of people, with the same type of person, with the same type of behavioral patterns. Choose the healthy version of people who are in alignment with your goals, with your visions, who are on the same frequency and on the same vibration with you and for you, who are actually propelling you forward and not dragging you down. Okay, and that's going to be up to your own discretion of how you want to move forward. So dear Sagittarius, this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you so much. Keep the beautiful smile up, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.